Hello everyone, we from UniKL Business School. In this video, we will explain about pricing and value communication. Please enjoy. Our group consists of 5 members: 1 HAZIQ, 2 ZIMA, 3 FATIN, 4 NUR'AIN, and 5 Naeil. Did you know that price of product can affect the customer expectation? When we put a high price on a product, then the customer will expect the product to be high quality and durable. On the other hand, when we put the price of the product low, then the customer will consider the opposite. What is price? In its most basic definition, price refers to the amount of money paid for a product or service. However, there must be more. In general, the price represents the total of all the values that a consumer forgoes in exchange for the advantages of owning or utilizing a product or service. Thus, customers exchange a particular amount of value for owning or utilizing the goods, as this amount is referred to as the price. So, what is consumer value? Consumer value can be defined as a measure of a product or service's worth and compares it to its possible alternatives. This determines whether the customer feels like they received enough value for the price they paid for the product or service. There are 3 roles of value in price communication. First is to protect our value proposition from competitive encroachment. Second is to improve willingness to pay. Third is to increase the likelihood of purchase as customers move through their buying process. There are some reasons why customer does not understand the value. First is because of the new feature. The other reason is because of lack knowledge about how to use some product feature. Lack knowledge as to know how a particular feature might satisfy an unmet need, also the reason why customer does not understand the value. In general, consumer value models may be classified into 2 types, which perceived consumer value and desired customer value. First model is perceived consumer value. Perceived consumer value is defined as a trade-off between benefits and trade-offs, with an emphasis on the specific performance characteristics of the goods or services. Generally, the methods may be classified as more product-oriented or relationship-oriented. First method is product-oriented method. Product-oriented methods base consumer value on the trade-off between perceived product or service quality and pricing. Second method is relationship-oriented. In relationship-oriented, the inclusion of relational attributes significantly enhances the perceived consumer value concept. The longer and more intense a connection exists, the more the emphasis of how the product or service is appraised switches to the partnership's benefit attributes. Next is desired value. The purpose of desired customer value research is to ascertain the requirements, desires, and values that consumers wish to fulfill via the purchase or use of a certain product or service. There are 2 characteristics of good price on consumer value. First is value-oriented. Understanding how much value consumers place on the benefits they receive from a product is important. Following that, companies must determine a price that reflects this value. Second is proactive. Proactive pricing allows merchants to anticipate both market and competitor changes ahead of time. It has taken shape in the majority of situations as a result of forces that are exerting ever-increasing pressure on industrial businesses. However, it also has characteristics of poor price on consumer value. First is failing to optimize prices. Setting the appropriate price is critical for any type of business because it sends a powerful message to customers. If a product's pricing is set too low in comparison to competitors, people may perceive the product is of poor quality as a result of its low price. Second is using the same strategies with different product lines to gain same marginal profit. Some financial methods encourage companies to strive for uniform profit margins across all of their product lines. Different customers will value identical things differently according to the iron law of pricing. Factors of price that contribute to excellent company reputation. First is company that have right optimum price. The price a company sets for its product or service, regardless of what it is offering, can make or break their financial goals. Of course, they won't be able to find the proper price straight away. When companies want their customers to buy while maintaining a high profit margin, they need a well-thought-out price strategy. Thus, having a proper optimum pricing would not only improve consumer satisfaction, but also make it easier to raise prices when and if necessary. Second is companies that have value bundling and discount. In order to keep the business afloat, the owner must devise a variety of strategies. Bundling is when a company packages multiple of its products or services into a single unit, usually at a lower price than if the items were purchased separately. There are 3 pricing strategies that could increase brand reputation. First is discounted pricing. Differentiation or price leadership is a common technique used by businesses. Companies in the luxury or specialist markets benefit from differentiation, whereas bargain stores benefit from price leadership. The impact of a discount or competition pricing plan might create a perception of inferior items, which can harm the brand's equity. Next is power of pricing. Pricing at both ends of the strategy spectrum might have a varied impact on brand equity. The notion of premium pricing is to set a high price to represent the product's rarity and quality. It gives their purchase more significance and value, and it distinguishes the product from the competition. As a result, the price strategy is a critical component of the product's brand equity. Lower prices, on the other hand, are more likely to sell than higher prices if the product has no other strong differentiators. Third is everyday low pricing. The chain's profitable and sustainable price differentiation strategy has proven to be a winning strategy, as it has built tremendous brand equity and established the company as a low-cost, high-value store. Furthermore, firms who successfully enter new countries with a large number of less affluent clients, such as China and India, see their brand equity directly affected by the target market's affordability. That's all the topic we discuss in this video. Thank you for your time.